Key number 4, we think the opposite. This key is related to the difference between American and German perspectives. Americans propose an idea or vision, then they start working on it. After they set a goal and visualize the end in their minds, they see how the process turns out. They focus on the end. They focus on the result. They try and see whether that trial is going to bring an error. And that's called results-oriented approach. Their thought patterns are based on trial and error, or you can also call improvisation. As for Germans, they first of all think about an idea and vision. They figure out whether it could work. They calculate everything. They make plans. And once they believe that the plan is secure, they start working on it. And that's process-oriented approach. This is much more process-oriented thought pattern, says the author. Creating a process that is well thought through requires that nothing has to be changed within the process. Also, nothing is allowed to change. So if something changes, if we act on German perspective, if something changes while we are in the process, things might go wrong. And that's process-oriented approach is the ideal situation in Germany. So the question is, what if a group of Germans and a group of Americans were trying to get through a forest to the other side? How would they approach the task, asks the author in the book, and answers the question. I'd like to read it. Well, the Germans would go up into a helicopter, make a plan, draw a map with every rock, tree, river, etc. Then they would come back down and start going through, knowing exactly which way to go to get through the forest. As for Americans, they would just start going through the forest. When they came up on a rock or tree, they'd react in the moment, change direction spontaneously, and keep moving forward. Which is faster? It depends upon whether the trees and rocks move. So two factors related to this key that we need to remember all the time. When we are discussing about any subject with a German colleague, we need to make sure that we are leading the discussion with individual steps to the main idea in the end. That's a process-oriented approach. That's how they think and how they require us to approach a discussion or an argument or a problem, whatever you call it. And the second thing we need to remember is, says the author, in order to win over your German colleague in a discussion or argument, you need to have facts, figures, and data that support a solid argument, so that your German colleagues get convinced about what you're offering them. Key number 4, we think the opposite.